using willow hormone to stimulate the planting of cuttings. We have some cedar cuttings and a type of Japanese maple cuttings. And what we've done is taken a full blender full of bark, well, little twigs, just like this, a branch just like this, but of willow. And we folded it up and folded it up and folded it up on itself and put it in the blender. And this is a Ninja blender that we got from Whole Foods. And blended it up. It took about 1.5 minutes, and it was half full of water to give it something to blend into. That root hormone was then poured into this bucket, which filled just the very bottom. We then used a garden hose to rinse out the residue from the blender and the blending blades into the bucket, and then fill the 5-gallon bucket up most of the way. This is a 5-gallon bucket just like you get from here in the US Lowe's for maybe $5. Now these cuttings, which were just branches that were cut off close to the node, are placed in the bucket with as much depth. They're hopefully resting on the bottom. That should make the portion that's submerged in willow hormone start to root. Charles Fraser, about how long should we keep them immersed in the water?
Well, this is an experiment for me. I've never really done cuttings before. Something I really want to get into with our grow domes and hydroponic systems. Taking cuttings from softwoods, I know will spark some roots if a bit of root hormone is added. I just know about the chemical variety. Haven't researched very much how much, but this is our research, I guess. Learn by doing, so we'll find out. I can't say much more than that, but maybe we let it soak for a few days, and then if the root hormone's there, and then plant them in the soil, it will have some of the root hormone already there. So just for a couple of days of soaking, then plant it, and then the conditions will be right for the roots to grow, because it isn't that right for them there.
Sounds like a perfectly noble experiment. We'll give it a shot, and we'll see if we have anything like activity. If it looks like there's something wispy or root-like on the bottom that's trying to poke out, we'll know it's definitely stimulated. Meanwhile, if it's been soaked here for a couple days, we know it's thoroughly saturated with our concoction here, and it sounds like a valid experiment. And that should help these guys take root. By the way, the time of year right now, it's mid-October,
yeah.
In 2014, and we're in the Pacific Northwest in Seattle, Washington area.
That's the time when the roots will start to be growing, and the root exudate, yeah, they'll be, well, they have had the summer to grow, and I think the roots will do a bit of growing, and the trees will be going a bit more dormant now. But they'd say this is the right time to plant willow canes, because they'll do that process. So maybe it's true of this too.
We'll experiment, and I'll hope to remember to post an update. Thank you, Dr. Fraser.